good enough? Is that good enough? I do so many posts about striving for perfection and how perfection is an illusion and how we should just put it down and not worry about it and do our best and keep going forward. But then every day, before I start doing my live show, they're not that different. My spots aren't that different, but I pick a different little flower garden to sit on, put my water on, put my coffee on, and start talking. But I always want, the backdrop means so much to me, as ridiculous as that sounds, and I'm not satisfied with the backdrop. I'm doing a very dangerous thing here. I mean, it's not that dangerous, but I got an ice cold water and an ice cold water and a hot cup of coffee in my hands. Don't want to drop it on myself. Let's get some greenery behind me. Got a street cleaner coming. That's never any good, but he'll be passed soon. How about here? I don't know if that made a bit of difference. That made so little difference, I'm going to go back. I'm going to try and stick with where I started. Dance with the woman I brought to the date. Love the one I'm with. Yeah, let's just go right here. That street cleaner was bumming me out, although it's chasing me. This is why Naperville is one of the best cities to live in. So early in the morning, and we got this street cleaner cruising down downtown Naperville, keeping our city beautiful. Way to go, street cleaner! Don't stop there, street cleaner. It's hilarious. I got 105 people watching. Good morning, RJ. Good morning. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Run. Good morning, Caitlin. And, that's it. And Skirch. And Debbie. Hey, Debbie's following the live creator. I should give out an award for the first person that follows the live creator every day. I don't know, RJ. Thank you, Debbie. And give her some grand prize. I used to, and I'm going to do it again. I'm just a little financially tight right now for a bunch of different reasons, a bunch of bad decisions I've made in my life. Good morning, Stu. And I'm not in a position where I can do it, but I'd love to. I bought Coffee with Ken mugs about a year and a half ago and was giving them out, and it made me feel so good. And now when I go visit friends' house or people post on social media a picture of them with a Coffee with Ken mug, it still makes me feel so good a year and a half later. And again, I've talked about it before, but giving them out felt like Santa Claus. I don't know, people like getting gifts and they mean something, and this was a special one to me. And it's nice to see it be a special gift for others to receive. So anyway, good morning. Good morning to you. The sounds of the city are out and about. I'm going to ignore them as best I can. It's hard to ignore, but I will. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Friday morning. It is 5:53 a.m., and the date is August 4th. Happy Friday. This is a little show I've been doing. Debbie's asking, where am I located? I am located, oh my gosh, street cleaner's coming back my way. You're going to have to go through it again. He's got these big, ear mufflers that he's wearing because his machine's quite loud. But anyway, Debbie, I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois. It is a town of about 145,000 people. And it is about 35 miles west of Chicago. Let's give it to the street cleaner again. Yay, street cleaner! Yay! Yay! You should hear me cheering at my daughter's track meets. I think they like it. I know their teammates like it. I have a lot of enthusiasm. Yay! There he is! He waved at me. There he goes! It's interesting the jobs people have in life. Probably not a bad job cleaning the streets. Bet it's a union job. I bet it pays pretty well. Let me have a little water. Get him to honk. It's too late. I should have. I don't know. I wonder, do they have horns? By the way, I just had a horrible driving incident on my own. Yeah, I don't know if I should talk about it, but my yellow left, or my green left turn arrow was fading to yellow, and then it faded to red, and I decided to go for it anyway, and it was totally my mistake. And on my left, a large pickup truck was pulling up aggressively, so I got a little scared, and the cars coming at me were coming at me, and it was totally my fault. So thank you, Lord, for avoiding any accident, and hopefully for giving me a little lesson in life that I don't know, don't be stupid. Pay some attention a little more when you're driving. I knew it was a dumb move, but I did it anyway. And sometimes that happens, and sometimes there's a reason we have near misses in life. It's to teach us something. And yeah, but I mean, it would have really put a cramp in my day, let me tell you. Really put a cramp in my day. I got a lot going on. The last thing I need is a car wreck in the center of downtown Naperville on a Friday morning. Oh, yeah, okay. This is a show that I have been doing Coffee with Ken again for a long time, just over 4 years. And it's a show that makes me feel good. I think it makes the audience feel good in some ways. And it's a show about me talking and sharing a little bit about life and kind of being more genuine than a lot of shows will. But for those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I just went to one of my favorite Starbucks. All of my Starbucks are kind of my favorite Starbucks. They're all special to me in some way. I think it makes a ton of difference to me. Well, A, how clean it is. B, there's a price variance. There's a surprisingly large price variance from Starbucks to Starbucks, like 70 cents a cup, which is crazy to me. One place will be $2.88, one will be $3.53. Blows my mind. Hey, Vineyard Girl, thank you for following the creator. But anyway, I just left one of my favorite Starbucks, my downtown Starbucks location, and I got myself a nice hot venti cup of coffee, dark roast, and I'm so excited to take my first sip. My only hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you have a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. Not quite as hot as I'd like it. I was a little distracted because I was reading the questions that were coming in, or the comments that were coming in. Let me pretend none of that just happened. This is going to date me, but in a, I don't know, probably like the 4th season of Dallas, they didn't like the way a storyline was going, so they imagined the previous year's storyline was just a dream, and they redid it all again. So that's what I'm going to do here. Let's imagine that first sip didn't even happen. So this show is a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And my only hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. I'm doing my best imagining I can. I'm doing my very best imagining I can. I don't think it's quite as hot as I like is the problem. I don't think it's quite as hot as I'd like. And I don't know how Starbucks doesn't have that down to a science. If they can't get the coffee the same temperature coming to me every time, I don't know who can. I don't know who can. RJ just said maybe he doesn't like coffee anymore. RJ, that hurts. That hurts. That hurts. I'm blessed in life in a ton of different ways. And while I was going through my morning routine, I was being great, counting my things, thinking about things I'm grateful for. I'm blessed in life to have a lot of good friends. Care about me, look out for me, love on me, watch over me. One of my friends is worried that I drink too much coffee. I mean, if you can drink too much coffee, I do drink too much coffee. But anyway, he was doing some research, and he was telling me the number of milligrams of caffeine and the time allotted you need to take off between sleep and drinking your last cup of coffee. In the last few days, he's been checking in. When did you have your last cup? How much did you have? How many cups did you have today? How many milligrams is that? Like, I know how many milligrams of caffeine, hello, Keith, are in a cup of coffee. But anyway, I didn't have a cup of coffee after 2:30 yesterday, which probably doesn't sound like a big deal to most of you, but I'd kind of gotten in the habit. I waved at the Gordon food service truck. He didn't see me, though. But I still felt good waving to him, whether he noticed or not. The gift is in the giving. I don't know if that means anything. What city am I, sir? I'm in Naperville, Illinois. Thank you so much for joining today. I so appreciate new viewers. I so appreciate longtime viewers. And I so appreciate you guys for watching. RJ's sharing the live. Nadine says hi. I'm feeling somewhat distracted, and I'm not totally sure why. I think I think my driving incident was a little bit of a distracted event. I think as I was going through my morning routine, I was a little distracted. I think I have not slept well over the last 4 or 5 days. Had a lot on my mind and a lot on my heart and a lot on my soul. And I think last night I got a good night's sleep. But I think sometimes when you get a really deep good night's sleep, you're a little fuzzy in the brain. And I think I might be going through some fuzziness in the brain right now. And how I used to solve my fuzziness in the brain would be smoke some pot and drink some beer. But since I don't do that anymore, I'm just going to drink a little more coffee. So cheers again. Oh. I joke with my boss at work that my IQ drops probably 30 points from late morning to just after lunch. I say it falls from a 177 late morning and it plummets all the way to a 147 after lunch when all that food is in my tummy and all this brain power is going and all the oxygen is going to digest my food. Makes me a little sluggish of thought. And I used to be sluggish of thought almost every morning. Again, it's amazing how often and how repetitive and how I kept doing it, drinking every night and waking up feeling kind of dim-witted a little bit. And I don't know if I got anything more to say. Cheers. Need to get ready for work. Hey, Debbie, thank you so much for joining. I so appreciate you. Maybe I don't even know I have the best positive energy. I think I do have the best positive energy. And I got a lot of things going on in life. I got a lot of challenges. Keith asked how my kiddos are doing. They're doing great. I mean, they're going through stuff. I mean, my biggest is going to be a senior in high school. It seems it went too quickly. She's looking at colleges. My second biggest is going to be a freshman in high school, which is such an exciting time. And I'm excited for her, and she's going to do cheer and gymnastics. And I was saying how excited I was for her to do cheer and gymnastics. And she goes, don't forget track. And it was the sweetest thing because she knows I love track. And I ran track and cross country through high school and a couple of years in college. And I was her track coach for a while, and I go to all their meets. I go to all their meets, whatever events they are, or whatever sports they are. But I really cheer loud for the track. And I cheer loud for all the teams and everybody, and I'm pretty loud. Sometimes I'll say something that's maybe a little, I don't know, over dad-like. And, I don't know. I love my girls, so. I love my girls. Okay, my third child is a beautiful boy named Augie, who's coming up. I'll just call him 2.5. He's not 2.5 yet, but I'm tired of doing the math. I'll tell you when he is officially 2.5. And he's beautiful. He's got a little bit of a cold. I was with him all yesterday afternoon and early evening before I dropped him back off at his mama's. He and his little sister, who I'll get to in a moment, have a little bit of a cold and a little bit of a runny nose. And he's the sweetest little nugget, whether he's feeling good or not. Sometimes even when he's feeling not so good, I'm going to get all teary-eyed, but for parents out there, when he's not feeling good, he'll need to bury his chest or his head in my chest and get a hug. And I took him to a friend's yesterday who's got a little girl about his age, and we had a little play date. And they have a little dog that, I don't know, barks at Augie or doesn't understand Augie. And Augie, I don't know, doesn't deal so well with loud noises. And he makes the sweetest little sad face when he hears loud noises or gets scared. He goes, and yeah, I just want to scoop him up and hold him close and love on him and rescue him. So I do. Yes, I have 4 kids. I do have 4 kids. And I was going to get to the 4th. And my 4th child's a beautiful little girl. She's amazing. She's got the most beautiful eyes. She's probably going to, it's going to be vain, but it's not coming from me. It's coming from her mama. Her mama's a beautiful woman and really smart. And so she's going to be a beautiful woman. And she has beautiful big eyes. And they're the prettiest color of blue. And she's got the sweetest little soul. And she laughs and she makes little noises. And she's a little beautiful little thing that I'm looking forward to loving on and getting to know better and being the best dad I can for her, and hopefully I don't know, hopefully doing my job right. And there's so many things, and I talked about it before just with the driving, there's so many things I wish I could have done better, or could do differently, or I'm twice divorced, and so I'm not with any of my kids enough. And I can kick myself, and I probably do kick myself about it a lot. And it weighs heavily. And I'm with them a lot, but not as much as I'd like. And I don't know, you can't always change the past. Good morning, Josh. You can't always change the past. All you can do is the best you can today. And that's what I'm going to do. And I reach out to all my kids and tell them I love them and tell them how proud I am of them and see them as often as I can and smother them with affection to the point of embarrassment. And I'm blessed to have 2 older, beautiful young ladies. Good morning, Captain Kenny. But I'm also blessed at my age. Somebody's going to be 55 very soon. It's getting sooner. I wonder, I was debating, am I going to sing happy birthday for myself? I don't know. About a year back, I started singing happy birthday for people whose birthday it was. And I'd light a candle, and I'd scream, and I'd cheer. And I still do that any chance I get, if anybody's birthday. Even at Target, I got a guy. I went to orientation with some kid named Mikey. And he works out in the parking lot and brings the carts in. And they announced over the speaker that it was his birthday, but he wasn't in there. And as I was leaving for work, I saw him grabbing some carts. So I just went in full singing voice, happy birthday to Mikey. And he looked at me kind of weird. I think he appreciates my weirdness. I like people that appreciate my weirdness. But do I believe the first time he said, Captain Kenny, I do believe the first time I sang happy birthday on my Coffee with Ken was to you. Was to you. You guys are going to have to be patient. Guess who's coming? Guess who's coming? Guess who's coming? Mr. Street Cleaner. I think we should use this to take a quick coffee break. I hope no shrapnel hits up and smacks me as he cleans by. Let's see what happens. Might not be safe. If I get hit with a can and get knocked out, call 911. It's so close! Hello! I don't know what he's doing! This is really a first. By the way, my audience went up during the street cleaner. Maybe the audience finds street cleaning men very sexy. And I come out to my family. Rami, like my video? Thank you so much. Is Johnny B Johnny Irish? I think he is. I think he is. I think he is. He might be. I think we got brothers on from different states. I like to go international. A lot of times, although it's been a little quiet lately, I'll have people hop on from Thailand and, I don't know, Asia and Africa occasionally. Once, for a few days, I got a viewer from Nepal hopping on. And I don't know if I'd ever actually talked to anybody who was actually in Nepal until this time. Forget her name, but she was a nice lady, and I talked about going to Mount Everest and climbing Mount Everest and her being my Sherpa. But that's probably, I don't know, some sort of not politically correct thing to assume that everybody in Nepal is Sherpas. But I don't know a heck of a lot about Nepal other than that. So what am I going to do? The Himalayas. So what else? There was something else I was just about to say right now, and I hope I remember it before I go. I hope I remember it because it'll make me feel better if I do. It'll make me feel better if I do. But if I don't, I'll let it go. Because I'm learning to let things go in life and to be okay and to realize life's not perfect. And if I forget what I wanted to say today, that would have eaten at me most of my day and disrupted most of my day. But somehow, some way, I've learned to have some faith and deal with the challenges that life throws at us a little better and a little smoother and with a little more acceptance and a little more giving up control and letting go. And it's made my life, especially over the last couple of years, go a lot easier because I've faced some tough times and some challenging times. And I don't know, by my ability or my aspiration to learn to let go and be okay and have faith and believe things happen for a reason, has kept me going. And I think half the battle is keeping going. Half the battle is keeping going. Keith, been going to the farmer's market. Keith, I haven't gone to the farmer's market this year. I haven't gone to the farmer's market. I was going a lot last year. I haven't been going. I don't know why. No real reason. Just drink a little more coffee. Angela, I'm so excited you found my live. Good morning, Shannon. Shannon, I'd call her a regular viewer, but I started going early. I used to go live at 8. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. A couple things. I had somebody reach out who lives in New York City, who's a guy I follow on TikTok. And late at night, I think he was watching some of my videos, and he sent me some messages. And he cares, and it was kind of funny. I mean, not funny. I'm not belittling his thoughts, but it was funny that he cares. And had a few thoughts for me and was saying, hey, it'd be really great if I could go live at the same time every day. And I have a lot of people reaching out telling me, hey, when do you go live? I used to watch you all the time. You'd go live at 8 o'clock. Made it a lot easier. Well, I'll tell you what, people, sometimes life gets in the way. And for me, life has gotten in the way. And I have been working at a Super Target while I look for another job over the last few months. And my shift starts at 7 o'clock. Starts at 7 o'clock today. So they would frown if I went live at 8 o'clock, only an hour into my first shift, and decided I wanted to take a 45-minute coffee break and talk to my phone. So since I think they'd probably frown on that, and I'm such a model employee, I don't do that. And I've been going live whenever I can. I missed yesterday morning, but I hopped on for a little bit last night. It always feels good to me to kind of sort out my thoughts in kind of a therapy sort of way and get out some of my emotions or my feelings or stuff that's bouncing around in the chambers of my head. And I did it last night, and I was effusive with good feeling because I've been going through a struggle over the last several days, or a couple of weeks at least. And I felt better, and I felt like I was healing and I was improving, and I think I feel better today, and it helped me sleep a lot better last night. And I'm not going to talk about the specifics about it, but just a hard thing and a tough thing for me, and a thing that I'm going to have to learn to deal with and be okay with. But I think in letting go and accepting and being okay with the stuff you can't control is important. The other thing the guy messaged me is, he goes, "Hey, Ken, it seems you're going through a lot. I think you should keep selling real estate." I get that a fair amount. I was a realtor for 17 years and honestly did fairly okay, paid the bills, and I got a lot of bills. Oh, do I have a lot of bills. And I don't want to do real estate. I don't want to do real estate. I don't want to be a realtor anymore. The job of a realtor is to talk you into using me and not somebody else, you know. It's not to sell homes. It's not to sell homes. The homes sell themselves. The only job of a realtor is, thank you, Johnny, is to talk the public into using them as a realtor. And the more people you talk into using you as a realtor, the more homes you sell, and you can act like you're great at selling homes. But you're not great at selling homes. I felt like I was weaseling into people's lives and trying to talk them out of using their wife's friend and use me instead. And that just wasn't an existence that I wanted to keep doing. So I don't want to do that anymore. I would like to find something, another stepping stone. I really could use it. The Target one I've stepped on longer than I expected and need to take another step, and I'm working really hard to take another step. Hey, Mikey, thank you for following the creator. I appreciate it so much. But I've got a lot of things working. I got a lot of things working and a lot of things I'm dealing with, and a lot of emotions I'm trying to temper, and a lot of new beginnings I'm trying to pursue, and a lot of garbage trucks and street cleaning trucks that I'm having to deal with. It's funny, as often as I've done this coffee show out here, I've been going live at random Starbucks around town the last few months. I kind of go in themes for a while. For a while I was doing it in my house. Sometimes I'll do it in a park. Lately I've been visiting Starbucks and doing it there. But for as often as I do it, to never have had a street cleaner come by. The streets are fairly clean, although there's some junk there. Some garbage there. But anyway, I don't know how much I have for you, but I so appreciate you guys joining me. And it's Friday morning. I'm working today. I'm working tomorrow. And I won't say I'm excited about working today and working tomorrow, but I'm proud that I am, and I'm feeling good that I am, and I'm going to do the best dang job I can working the next 2 days at Super Target while pursuing new passions, new careers, new adventures for me in life. I get asked a lot, well, what do you want to do? And people are going to yell at me. They're going to say I should have stayed in real estate. Well, what do you want to do? I want to run my own business. I'd really like to run my own business. And I think when I go on interviews, I think they feel that. And yeah, maybe that's not a perfect thing, but I'd love to run my own business. And I know I ran my own business in real estate and did fairly okay. But I don't think I could have been less successful in any other business than running real estate. There's a heck of a lot of realtors out there. And I don't care about decorating or paint colors or HGTV. I'm really good at sitting down, or was really good at sitting down with the customers and talking about pricing and what we're going to do to get the home sold. But I wasn't good, and pardon the expression, at blowing sunshine up anybody's arse. And I think that's a fair amount of the job. And saying, oh, I love what you've done to this room. I guess you could call it connecting with the customer, but I felt it was so fake in so many ways. And I just kind of wanted to sit down at the table and talk numbers, because numbers are really what make the house sale process go. Captain Kenny said I should buy an ice cream truck. No, I do not think I should buy an ice cream truck. But, I mean, I live in Illinois. It's a very seasonal job, the ice cream truck salesman. Maybe I could get a taco stand for the cold months or something like that. I don't know how to make ice cream, and I certainly don't know how to make tacos and burritos and stuff like that. So, but I'd love to run my own business, and I don't know what it would look like, but I didn't want to be real estate anymore. And I love branding and marketing and talking and connecting and customer service and sales if I believe in it. And the best way for me to believe something is really be behind it. And when I'm talking about really being behind it, I think, I don't know, for me, it almost needs to be me, because I believe in me. I was talking to a friend yesterday, and she said, oh, you need to rebuild your confidence. I go, I'm pretty darn confident. She goes, oh, yeah, you're right. You are pretty darn confident. And I think she was just assuming because I'm looking for a job and I'm recently divorced that my confidence was shattered. I tell you one thing, my confidence is not shattered. And despite the challenges that I've passed, what feels real good. I talk about my struggles and my challenges. Most of them are in the rearview mirror. 6 months ago, they were all right in front of me. Most of them I've already gotten through. I got the divorce. I got the part-time, or the job that I didn't want to take. Done a whole bunch of things that I'm not going to get into. Yeah. But I'm through most of it, and it feels good. And I should pat myself on the back. So I'm patting myself on the back. And if you're out there needing a pat on the back and looking around wondering why is nobody going to pat you on the back, pat yourself on the back. It's okay. It feels good. I think we need to learn to love ourselves before we can love others. And we need to feel good about ourselves before we can be the best version of us. And my Coffee with Ken show over the last 4 years has been my little journey on that search for self-worth and self-valuation and feeling good and loving myself and doing the best I can. So, yeah. So I appreciate you so much for watching. I so appreciate you for watching. I really do. It means a lot to me that you guys tune in every morning. And, I don't know, following my journey. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you get some entertainment, some inspiration. Makes you feel good. Gives you the warm fuzzies. Gives you a little extra caffeine buzz. So one more sip of coffee. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you had a great night's sleep. I tell you, I hope you're excited about the weekend, but I don't want you looking too far ahead. That's where anxiety lies. But I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.